Hello, ho, ho there, boys and girls. Merry Newsmas and a happy Festivus, one and all. Jolly young St. Nicholas here for What Culture Wrestling, bringing you your wrestling news on Christmas Eve, no less. Because let's face it, Santa Claus may only work one day of the year, but the content never bloody sleeps. First off, we've got news that All Elite Wrestling have applied for another trademark following on from recent applications for both AEW All Out and AEW Double or Nothing. PW Insider have reported that the latest trademark that Cody and the gang have applied for is for Fight for the Fallen, which is reportedly going to be used for iPay-per-view, wrestling, music and merchandise purposes. With Cody teasing a big announcement set to happen in January and of course the much anticipated All In 2 lingering in the background somewhere, it's fair to say the ball on their latest adventure seems to be rolling quite swimmingly. However, throw in the fact that we've still not technically had any official confirmation or clarification regarding All Elite Wrestling, or perhaps the involvement of Tony Khan, the Jacksonville Jaguars owner, and what he might bring to the table, or indeed what the future holds for Cody, the Young Bucks and Adam Page, who all recently left Ring of Honor. And it's fair to say that 2019 could be turning into quite the year for the Elite. Staying with reports from PW Insider, there seems to be a little bit of controversy regarding a recent press release made by Impact Wrestling just a few days ago. They reported that they would be switching channels from their current spot on Pop TV, moving over to Pursuit. But Mike Johnson of PW Insider reports that Pursuit are yet to actually acknowledge the introduction of Impact to their channel. Now this obviously stems from something on their website where Pursuit promotes 200 plus shows, and yet Impact still doesn't seem to be one of them. Now obviously that could just be a slight delay in admin taking place. However, it does seem a little bit odd that Pursuit haven't exactly been quick to add Impact to their list of shows. Questions are already being raised about how much of a priority Impact Wrestling would be on the channel, and although Impact have suggested that this deal will be more lucrative for them, suggestion seems to be that it's a deal that's come out of necessity rather than out of choice. Shifting focus over to WWE, and the latest betting odds for the Royal Rumble 2019 have been released, and they make for some very interesting reading indeed. Seth Rollins and Charlotte Flair are both being touted as both the men and women's favourites to win the Royal Rumbles in 2019, the latter of which probably doesn't sound too great if you're a Becky Lynch fan. On the men's side of things, Seth Rollins comes in as the favourite at 13-8, while you've got Drew McIntyre not too far behind at 5-2. And other potential winners look something like this. You've got The Miz at 9-2, you've got AJ Styles at 8-1, you've got The Rock at 9-1, Andrade Cien Almas at 16-1, or could it be big match John Cena at 20-1? Who knows? But on the women's side of things are a little bit more definitive, to say the least. We got two main front runners with Charlotte Flair out at 4-5 and Becky Lynch out at 13-8. And then after that, there seems to be a huge gulf, but the other respective winners look something like this. You've got Alexa Bliss at 16-1, Carmella and Ember Moon both at 20-1, and Bayley and Nia Jax both at 25-1. Now those are just the odds from the bookmakers, nothing definitive about them whatsoever, but they do tend to be a fairly good indication of the direction that the Royal Rumble could be headed in. Just think back a few years ago, Randy Orton came out of absolutely nowhere and became the favourite just hours before the men's Royal Rumble, before going on to beat Roman Reigns and win the Royal Rumble, booking himself a ticket to WrestleMania to face his then stablemate Bray Wyatt. In other news, WWE have also recently revealed their end-of-year awards for 2018 via their Instagram account. Now before we get started and we get uproar from the comments section, I should point out that NXT was not included in these awards because they get their own awards. So this is main roster only, but the awards are as follows. I'm just going to list these off because there's absolutely no way that I'm going to remember all of these. Best Tag Team of the Year is The Bar. The hottest rivalry of 2018 was Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Best match of 2018 was Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair, the last women's standing match. Return of the year was Dean Ambrose. Best diss was Ronda Rousey's comment to Nikki Bella. The only door you ever knocked down was the door to John Cena's bedroom. Shocking moment of the year was Randy Orton tearing Jeff Hardy's ear open with a screwdriver. That still gives me the creeps when I think about it right now. The funniest moment, of course, was Titus O'Neil tripping and falling all the way down the ramp at the greatest Royal Rumble. Best reunion was The Shield. Best on the mic was, of course, Paul Heyman. Breakout superstar was Elias. Brand of the year was Shock Horror, Raw. GM of the year was Paige. Most underrated was Naomi. The most hated was, of course, Baron Corbin. And then finally, the two most coveted ones of the year, I'm sure, the best male superstar of the year went to Braun Strowman. And who'd have thought it, the best female superstar of the year, of course, went to Becky Lynch. And finally, not exactly news, but a little bit of a nice reminder for the new year. But Defiant Wrestling in Newcastle have announced that Pac, formerly Neville of the WWE, will be making an appearance at their January the 5th edition of Loaded to take on David Starr in a match that I swear to God will be absolutely fantastic, and you do not want to miss that if you're in the Newcastle area. Pac returns to his hometown of Newcastle to wrestle for the first time on the independent scene, at least since signing with WWE back in 2012. Honestly, if you are in the Newcastle area or even somewhere nearby and want to see this, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Get yourself there because it's going to be amazing. Tickets are limited, but they are still available. Available obviously being the key word here. So if you want them, get yourself over to wearedefined.com and book your tickets ASAP, because I promise you that will be a fantastic night. That's it. That's your news for today. Let us know your thoughts on all of these topics in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and share. Hit the old subscribe button if you haven't already. You can follow What Culture on Twitter at WhatCultureWWE. You can follow me on Twitter at It's Adam Nicholas, or if you just want some more videos, there should be some over here somewhere. And with that said, here's wishing you all a very happy holidays this Christmas, wherever you may be with your friends and family and loved ones. I'm Adam Nicholas, and I'll see you next time.